no cop. The Most High is my rock. TK. Rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock. The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah, the Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock. My rock. The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on cop. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutlass. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Homie, where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you?
All right. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
All right, thank you for joining us again for another class here at ISBHPK, Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We are here in Norfolk, Virginia. All right, our class times are 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. We have class here, the Houston location in Houston, Texas, as well as San Antonio. All right, classes in Houston the same, 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, and on Friday they do class from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. All right, we have a upcoming feast. The blowing of the trumpets, Feast of the Trumpets, which is September the 27th, and that's coming up pretty soon. It's going to be next Sabbath night class on the 27th, so not this Friday, but the next Friday. We also have Day of Atonement coming up on October the 6th. All right, so get ready for that, for a day of affliction, fasting, and setting up prayers to the Most High. Again, this is going to be the Day of Atonement, which is October the 6th, 2019. And we also have Feast of Tabernacles, which is going to be October the 11th, sundown, until October the 18th. All right? So October the 11th to October the 18th was going to be Feast of Tabernacles. We have kids class. We have an ISBHPK channel for the kids, ISBHPK Kids. Like, share, and subscribe on there. We have a lot of classes for the kids, all right? Ways that you can watch us. We're on Comcast every Saturday night. Houston time, local time is Central, is going to be 8 p.m. on channel 17. If you're from any other state, you can stream it live on HMS TV. All right. We have Brother and Priest Mashaba, which he has his Blog Talk Radio. You can find that on blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. That is every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Israelware, you know about it. Everything is Israel on Facebook. Go ahead and find the page on Facebook. Add your comments. Get your friends shirts, friends pants, and headbands. All right. If you need to contact any priest, hit up Priest Kazakia. His number should be on there: 281-707-2737. And Priest Quatazaf Ash is going to be 303-557-8979. And the email is going to be isbhpk@isbhpk.org. And I missed one, but all those that are online as well. We have another business that we have, which is going to be Sweet Ambiance. Like the Instagram page, we have a website as well, sweetambiance.com, www.sweetambiance.com. We deal with all your fragrances, all your essential oils, different mixes. We have everything: bath bombs, bath salts, organic soaps. We have a subscription page as well where you get a box every month. So go ahead and sign up for that subscription. Get you a custom oil, a bath bomb, a bath salt, and enjoy it. And I believe they're throwing in candles as well for that monthly subscription. You know, we do a lot for the world, but listen, how much more supporting the truth. And we greatly appreciate all those that have been giving and continue to give. And again, if you need to send any type of Bible apocryphers, please send them to the schools, the Houston location, the Virginia, the Norfolk location, and we'll go ahead and send those where they need to be at. With that, we are going to go right into class today. All right. And the topic that we have today is going to be
how to identify the wicked. You know, we want to be able to look at oneself, and we want to be able to look at others, and how do we know if they're wicked? Right? A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know how to identify this spirit and what attributes. Now, of course, we can go into a 3-section, four-piece class on this topic, but we're going to touch on straight pointers to show brothers and sisters where this spirit and how is this spirit of wickedness shown.
Oh yeah. And the first scripture we want to go to is 1 Corinthians 2 and 15. 1 Corinthians 2 and 15, just to set the tone, to show brothers and sisters that you have to be alert. You have to be aware and understand who's around you. You know, because we deal with these different individuals, and we're talking about the wicked. So we have to see and know what's their attributes, what's their telltale signs. But read where you at.
Right. A lot of people you're not going to be able to, write out, be able to say, okay, yeah, this person, his intentions aren't pure. But over time, you will be able to look at their actions. You know a tree by the fruit it bears. So,
right.
A spiritual man judges all things. So we gotta remember that the Most High does give us information to be able to judge certain things around us. He didn't leave us walking in the dark and blind to all the things that we're in the midst of. That being said, remember, Yahushua, Christ, knew Judas, what spirit he was in. But he let Judas walk his path. He let Judas walk his Judas walk his path. So this ain't for every brother, every sister to just jump off the hinges.
Right.
You got to be able to prioritize and know when the Most High said, stay away from that person. What are they doing? So your senses got to be exercised, man.
Oh, yeah,
you can't just, yeah.
You know those.
Yeah, your senses got to be exercised. Go ahead.
Yep, go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 15.
Come on.
But he that is spiritual
Read.
judgeth all things.
He's that is what?
Spiritual
Right.
judgeth all things.
And that's what it's about. It's about, being able to judge, being able to, even the definition of the word judge.
Yeah.
And in the Strong's is G303, but it talks about to examine. It says to search, to question, to ask. But most importantly is to examine. And like the priest was saying, is that you'll be examining this for a while, because the intentions don't come out until later on, until their actions show their motives. But the Most High wants us to be aware. And it says he that is spiritual judgeth all things. We can't, again, walk around like everything's okay. Everybody's peachy keen because they got a nice 2-piece suit on and drive a nice car.
Oh, they got the headband, they got the head wrap.
Oh yeah.
Right? They got the beard. A lot of people in the world, when you talk about judging, why I like this definition of judge or judging. When he read it to me, I was like, yeah, that's right on point, because this judging is not condemnation. And I think a lot of Israelites get that wrong.
Right.
They don't know how to discern and be able to know whether it's almost like you're throwing the stones as opposed to examining. Watch, you got that definition?
Yes.
Read that.
It says to properly scrutinize.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know where you got this definition from, but I was like, man, every time I go into these scriptures from now on,
right,
I'm going to pull that definition, because it's about scrutinizing. Mm-hmm. It's not about stoning. right? Because we know that you can't stone. That ain't up to you. It ain't about you condemning. But it is about you scrutinizing. To be able to look at something and say, let me judge this according to the Bible and see if this matches up and if it's of the Most High. So don't let Christians and Christianity and people that don't know what the heck they're talking about biblically to tell you, oh, you don't supposed to judge. You're supposed to be scrutinizing things around you and understanding and asking questions. And yes, everything's done the proper way, but it's supposed to happen. What else you got?
It says to, and this is the definition of scrutinize, to search closely, to examine or inquire into critically.
Yeah, be critical about things. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong. Y'all can't get it twisted. There's a difference between people asking questions, arguing, and just doing debate because they want to argue. Right. And then you have the critical person that wants the answers to the questions. Now, he's not asking the questions just to ask and to be combative, but really wanting to understand the way of whatever question is presented. So we're supposed to judge. We're supposed to assess, scrutinize. What else it got? Examine.
It says examine. It says to investigate.
There you go.
To interrogate.
To interrogate.
That's the action of questions.
Right.
And it says to scrutinize the private conduct or motives of individuals.
There you go. So that's what judgment that the scripture is talking about. Because we know there's no condemnation in Christ. Paul knew. Peter knew. Timothy knew. Philip knew. These brothers knew that because you are judging, you weren't condemning or throwing stones, but you will scrutinize. So you got to have the spiritual, what's the word? Arsenal to know how to scrutinize. And this is what we're doing with this observation on who's wicked. How do you determine a wicked? What are their actions? Because you get a lot of individuals that teeter on sinning, and you got them going straight into wickedness. So we got to know this. Yeah.
That was it on that.
Yeah, that judging.
Go to Ephesians 5 and 15. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15, because there's the Most High has given us the ammo, given us the information to look at individuals, to be able to again to judge. You know, so he wants us to be with our eyes open. He wants us to be vigilant. Read where you at.
Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly.
That you do what?
Walk circumspectly.
Yeah, and this word circumspect means to be awoken, man, to be awake, your eyes open, vigilant. He wants you to walk circumspectly, not walking around like everything's cool. I hate when I see it, you know, and like you were saying, a lot of the Christian church, they literally, if everything is cool, you know, again, the car, they're cool. But even in the truth, it's the same thing. You got the Bible, got the Apocrypha. Okay, well, let's look a little bit deeper. You know, then why did that brother make that statement? You know, looking in deeper. But the Most High is saying, walk not as fools. Read.
See that you walk circumspectly.
Not
as fools.
Right.
But as wise.
Yeah, but wise. He wants you to be alert. Understand what's going on around you. The flock. The people that come in. The people that you entertain. That you allow around your kids. What kind of spirit do they have on them? What's their intentions? What's their motives? Read. Redeeming the time.
Because the days are evil.
Because the what?
The days are evil.
Come on, we're living in a wicked society. It's the scripture says that Satan's ministers change into angels of light. So you got to understand what you're dealing with. How are we going to identify a wicked man?
Right. You got to be able to scrutinize and ask questions and be a thinker. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, I keep saying it when we talk about this topic about a thinker or scrutinizing. I mean, if you watch, this is really for it to be done the correct way. It is one thing, and being combative and argumentative and not really ready to accept the information is another thing. It's crazy. I don't know why we're going into that point, but like even when you look at a lot of Israelites that ask questions, like you think about it, what are you really asking questions for? Is it combative, or is it really because you really want the information?
Right.
You should be able to assess it, get the information, go back, study, and look at it and see if this is what the book says, instead of being argumentative. I'm not going to take your class off because we're talking about wicked, but it's just, being able to, it goes hand in hand, but you see that why a lot of brothers and sisters, their motives are wrong because they're not really analyzing the correct way. Right. They're not really scrutinizing the correct way. And then when you judge people, it does seem like you're condemning them. And that's where Christianity gets it wrong. They say don't judge nobody, right. But we know damn well in church they judge everybody.
Oh yeah.
Right? We tell people that of course we're supposed to judge, but this is the proper way to judge, which right. is scrutinize, analytically assess. And this 1 John 4:1, you're going to read that real quick for me. You got that one in there? 1 John 4:1? 1 John 4:1, read that.
1 John chapter 4, verse 1.
Yeah.
Beloved, believe not every spirit.
Right.
But try the spirit, whether they be of the Most High.
Yeah, so you can't believe everything.
Okay.
A lot of these demons that people got on them, it's becoming more and more to where, that's why we try to open up the dialogue. Say it again, we don't open up arguing with you, but we open up the dialogue to be able to ask the questions, come back and forth. And I would like to think that it reminds me of when her dad was in class, and he was asking about Christ being the Most High and all that stuff. But I would like to think, and I don't think we're perfect at it, I would like to think we're able to go through with somebody, listen to what their madness is, but go back and forth and say, okay, well, this is what the scriptures say. Yeah, we hear what you're saying. Okay, we get why you're saying that. Come back and forth. So you gotta be able to go and ask questions.
Right.
And that's the thing about who we're dealing with. Once again, like you said, who your kids are around, what family members, what they're doing. Why is this guy moving this way? Is it of the Spirit or is it not of the Spirit? Because a lot of brothers, a lot of sisters, and this is the whole point of this class, you be moving with demons on you, and it makes you look wicked. It makes you look wicked. Right. Like, so you gotta watch yourself and say, damn, am I moving in this way? Like, don't think this class is gonna be about Esau. You know what I mean? Because we already know about Esau. Yeah, we're gonna touch on them, but it's not about that. It's about really understanding, man, am I moving like the wicked? Yeah. So go ahead.
Finish out where you at?
Yeah, 1 John 4:1, or are you talking about back to where you were?
You can finish that.
Go ahead.
1 John 4:1, believe. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they are of the Most High.
Yeah, I like that. Try the spirit. Examine the spirit. Ask it. Provoke it. Examine it. Go to Hebrews 5 and 14. We're going to get to the point, but Hebrews 5 and verse 14, because it does take an understanding of how to identify, and that's what we're going into. You literally have to be trained up and understand what you're looking for, and most people don't know what to look for. Read where you at.
Hebrews chapter 5 verse 14.
Right.
But strong meat belonging to them that are full age.
Come on.
Even those who, by reason of use, have their senses exercised.
And that's what it's about, having your senses exercised, being able to understand what are how a wicked individual thinks, how he moves, what he looks like. But having your senses exercised, read.
To discern both good and evil.
And that's what it's about being able to discern. But you will have to understand how to identify him. Because again, a lot of people could say, well, this brother did move like this. Well, maybe he was just having a bad day. Maybe he just snapped on you.
Right.
This isn't a constant movement by him. This isn't a constant act that he does. Maybe he just slipped up that day.
He acted out of character,
Right?
but that's not his character.
Right.
That's not her character. Right?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
One of the definitions of scrutinize is having or showing good judgment for decisions that's based on careful thought.
There it is. So you're looking carefully at this. It's not something that's a rash decision. You know, so going into this identification, identify a wicked man, you know, what is the wicked? What makes them wicked? Go to Psalms 10 and 4. Psalms chapter 10 and verse 4. And I'm going to give you the definition of wicked. You know, because we like to throw that word out a lot. But what's the definition? Do we understand what wicked is? And this is coming out of the 1828 dictionary. I think it's the Merriam-Webster. All right. The definition says evil in principle or practice. It says deviating from the divine law. So wicked means to be immoral. Evil in principle or practice. So you're literally practicing evil acts. That's what the word wicked means. So it's just not a person that has a bad day or an individual that, you know, seems, you know, he looked at you wrong. Oh, that nigga's wicked. No. It's a little bit more than that to be wicked.
Yeah.
This has to be something that's concurrent in this individual. This individual is showing himself to be not upright, to have immoral actions. It says, extending to everything that is contrary to the moral law. I'm going to read that again. Extending to everything that is contrary to the moral law. This is what wicked is. Wicked goes against the laws of the Most High. It goes against righteousness. Not just an emotion or this brother did a certain act. No, that's not wicked. It says, we say a wicked man, a wicked deed, wicked ways, wicked lives, a wicked heart, which means a wicked mind. This is what this word wicked means, the definition. But I want you to give me Psalms 10 and 4.
God, Psalms chapter 10 and verse 4.
And now we're going to start going into what makes a wicked man, or how to identify what makes a person wicked. How do we know what makes a person wicked? Read where you at.
Psalms
You hit
chapter
up
10
these
and
new
verse
books.
4. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God.
Read that again.
The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all of his thoughts.
Right, and that's where it starts. The Most High is not in this wicked individual's mind. The law of the Most High, the morale.
Right.
It's not sunk in. This is the number one step.
Yeah.
This is the number one identification if a man is wicked. What is his conscience on? What is he thinking about? What's his foundation? It's funny, I had a conversation in the mall today. It was a young woman. She likes a guy. And I asked her, I said, you want a guy of the Most High, right? The guy after God, God's own, thought process, the Bible. She was like, yeah. I was like, does your guy read the Bible? No. He knows of God. I was like, Satan knows of God. What you mean? But this individual's not abiding in the book. So that's contrary to what you want. But it's the same thing with this wicked man. His mind is not established in the book.
Yeah, it goes back to what you were saying about judgment and the senses being exercised. Like you won't be able to discern what is wicked if you don't know according to any standard, right?
Right.
Like, because what's wicked to the world
Oh yeah.
is different than what's wicked to the Most High.
And then it depends on who you're talking to in the world.
Right. And then what is good in the world
Yep.
is way different. You know what I mean? Than what is good to the Most High.
Everything good.
Yeah, everything is good in the world,
Yep.
but to the Most High, none is good. Right? So he analyzes us and looks at us different. But this is why a lot of people, a lot of brothers and sisters in the truth, they're analyzing of how they're dealt with or treated is it can be off or on point because they don't know how to really look and see what is wickedness,
Yeah.
what is mistakes and faults, right? What is a mess up.
Right.
You see that? A lot of people don't know that. They don't know that this person just messed up. Like, think about it. When the Most High called Peter
Oh yeah.
the devil, he said, "Thou hast a devil." Was he saying Peter from that day on was doomed? Was he a demon? Was Satan in his heart? Now, Paul came back and told Jesus Bar-Jonah. He said, remember the witch? The one that had captivated the minds of the people? But he started following the apostles. He told him, when he asked him, he said, listen, let me get some of that. Let me get some of that healing power. Can I purchase that? He went into him hard. He said, wait a minute. Your spirit is off. Something is wrong with you. Now think about it. You have two type of individuals. One where Yahushua checked Peter.
Right.
And then you got this other individual that his intentions and his mind really wasn't on righteousness. So they seen this in this guy.
Right.
Yahushua seen this in Peter. Like that, not that he was wicked, but that he was off at that point. So you got see, the spirit, the wisdom gives you the correct judgment on how to judge and not to wrongly judge. And then also how to really see, oh man, there's a lot of wickedness going on around us.
Yep.
And you know where this topic came from? When the new brother in class was in class the other day.
Right, about the sinner.
I could tell he didn't really understand about what it is to be wicked. Like, they don't understand the difference between a sinner and a wicked person. We did a whole class on that, but a long time ago. But we wanted to touch on this topic to go deeper in depth to what are wicked attributes. Go ahead.
Right. Read where you at.
Psalms chapter 10 verse 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance
Right.
will not seek after the Most High.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. The pride of his countenance. The countenance, the definition. It goes, the outline and extent which constitutes the whole figure or external appearance. You know, a lot of times, the scripture says, through the pride of his countenance, man, will not seek after the Most High. A lot of people have that stone cold killer face, like nothing's coming in. I don't want to hear none of that.
And you just said it. Nothing's coming in. Like, that's the point of the scripture. His countenance have shut down everything that enters. This is one key point where brothers and sisters have to watch. You gotta watch this spirit of, I'm shutting everything down. How many times are you gonna do that before you become Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 5 and 6?
Yep.
To where wisdom will not enter. You gotta think about this. This is one of the main attributes of the wicked, is that they shut down. Hey, let me show you this. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm good where I'm at. Whoa. Why? You're supposed to be a God-fearing person. Why you shutting down? Or you go to your boo, and it's always, every time you give a scripture, it's pop, pop, pop. Guard up. It's like, wait a minute, y'all got to see that at a certain time, Granted, people get stubborn sometimes. But how many times is that going to happen before Satan fills your heart? And you're no longer fighting, but you've given in to the wicked mind state, the wicked ideas, the wicked way. So watch, read that one more time.
The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High.
Right. The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek out of the Most High. At the Most High, he don't want to hear that. He don't want to hear the laws. He don't want to hear the commandments. He don't want to hear correction. He don't want to hear reproof. We went over it the other day, John 3 verse 17 on down. They won't come to the light. Light to them is like a vampire, is a day walker. They start melting. They don't want to hear that. So you gotta really watch when this spirit gets in you and on you. When you start shutting down. Because Esau, the people in the world, they shut down.
All the way.
I ain't hearing that.
Nope.
I'm not hearing that. I don't believe that. They won't even open up the book. Shows you they're wicked as hell.
Yeah.
Because if their heart was upright, they would try to seek the Most High. But go ahead.
They ain't gonna hit you with that
Right.
that stiff face.
Yeah.
Psalms 14 and 1. Psalms chapter 14 and verse 1. This would happen whenever you shut down the Most High. When you shut down the Most High in their mind, this is what the wicked does, man. Read where you at.
The fool hath said in his heart.
The who?
The fool hath said in his heart.
Read.
There is no God.
Right?
They are corrupt.
They're what?
Corrupt.
Yeah, they're corrupt. You corrupt your own self by shutting down the wisdom of the Most High. But this is another attribute of the wicked. What they do. They don't want to listen to nothing upright. They don't want to hear no explanation. They don't want to hear no reasoning. It says that they are corrupt. Read.
They have done abominable work.
Yeah, and that's what starts to happen. Abominable works.
Right, there you go.
Now you're starting to do some off-kilter movement, some off-kilter choices. You're like, hold on, why that brother, bro? Why you over there in the hood? Them crackheads. Like, hold on, wait one. Why you over there back in? You over there back, smoking your weed. You in the house now. Like, you start to move to abominable works, but because you shut down the Most High. Again, it talks about the things, how to identify. Well, their works are starting to be abominable, detestable to the Most High. So that shows that they're obviously not abiding in the law of the Most High. Read.
There is none that doeth good.
Yeah, those that are corrupt, you can't do good in corruptness.
Yep.
You can't, your mind will not be able to filter negativity into positivity. You digging deep. We see you, listen, we were talking about street speaking about the whole stroll. Now you on the whole stroll. Like, hold on,
Right.
whoa. The brother, hold on, he is, that's real off. Hold on.
Right.
And you know that's not right. This is going into what makes this man wicked. You're not abiding in the spirit of the Most High. You start seeing brothers and sisters go off. They had the fringes on the dress. They was in here, Barakatah Yahweh.
Right.
Yahweh Shema Latan Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Right.
Then all you see him twerking. Cheek.
Right.
In the club, you be like, oh God, they don't even care no more.
Well, when you look at them, the first thing that has to happen is they shut down
Yep.
correction and being told anything. That's the first thing any brother and sister know. If you've been in the truth and you had to deal with somebody that one minute they're believing and the next minute they're not, this is the first outcome is they shut everything down. They stop listening. They don't hear. They plug up the ears. They stop up the ears. Like they did when they killed the apostles. It said they stopped up the ears at Stephen and gnashed upon their teeth
Stoned him.
and went right for him. Why? I don't want to hear that. And then that's the wicked. That's what they do. You gotta watch out. Watch out for your spirit.
Read where you at again?
The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt.
Yeah, they are corrupt. And what happens when you're corrupt? Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 3. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 3. And this is the literally the psychoanalyzing of a wicked man. When you're corrupt, what happens? Read.
For forward thoughts separate from the Most High.
Yeah, those forward thoughts. When you deal with that definition of forward, it talks about contrary. Your contrary thoughts, that's contrary to the scriptures, contrary to what the Most High has planned for you. It says, not willing to yield or comply with what is required.
Ooh.
That's a forward thought. You're not complying with the Most High. Read that again from the top.
Now, when you look at the nations, when you look at the wicked,
Yeah.
they don't want to comply. They're going to do anything and everything against complying to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. It's different when somebody is unlearned or don't know or even doubt. Right? You got somebody that doubt or is faithless, right? They're unsure. You'll see that on them. You know, they can battle with that. But it's still a spirit behind these individuals, right?
Right, that's motivating.
Yeah. They're like, you know what? I'm unsure, but I'm trying. I'm seeking, right?
Right.
The wicked, they shut down. They push away. They close their ears. They fight. They battle against it.
Yep. And that's why, read where you at?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 3. For forward thoughts separate from the Most High.
Yeah, and that's why you separate. The Most High separates you, man. Well, technically, you separate yourself because you don't want to hear the Most High's wisdom. So what happens? You start dwelling in your own wisdom. You start dwelling in that negativity.
Start dwelling in that darkness.
Come on, read.
God and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise.
Yeah, because what happens to the wicked, man? The wicked always be falling. There's always something up with the wicked, man. Again, like you just had this, we went over last class with Jeffrey Epstein, just to hit on him real quick. Come on, man, look at him. You did all that wickedness. Look at you now. 10 feet under, man. You done killed yourself. You don't know what to do. The vices are yet uncertain. You don't know how to get out of it. You done dug yourself so deep. And how much for other wicked individuals, how they move, man.
Who are we talking about now?
Jeffrey Epstein. It was the billionaire that dealt with sex trafficking. You know.
He got busted for it.
Well, he was going to court for it again, and but he ended up committing suicide. They found him in his jail cell. Oh yeah, choked himself, some kind of way. But say it again. However, but still, you know, his thoughts. You know, even with him, he's a heathen. But how much more even Israelites, man? Whenever you start moving away from that safe zone, and you start going into that deep, dark room of your own thoughts.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because that's one thing that we always consistently pray. Those who are trying to fight, not to be given over to a reprobate mind. Because once you get a taste of that reprobate mind,
right,
that's what's going to come to you. Those things that pull you into the darkness.
Yeah.
Those are going to be the ones that destroy you.
And I like that because when you start going in, like you said, those dark thoughts, then you start trying to apply other things in your life that you think is going to help you.
Right.
Like the weed.
Yeah.
Like the music.
Right.
Your family members. No.
You start doing things to circumvent the laws and commandments and wisdom. Right? You start to make it easier to do wickedness and sin. And that's the thing. Why? Because you don't want to hear correction, reproof, advice. This is that wicked mind. Yeah. You got Israelites that have turned to the dark side. You got a lot of the nations that live on the dark side. Right? And reject the Most High. So you got to understand that this wicked spirit, it's way further than just a Peter messing up,
right,
and making mistakes. You know, there's a difference between a Peter and a Judas. Yeah.
You posed the question earlier because when you look at this guy's track record, the sorcerer who wanted to purchase the spirit, right?
Right.
You look at his track record of what he was established, and then he sees something that's eye-catching, and he wants to use that to further his wicked purpose.
And I mean, that's the observation the scriptures gave us.
Right.
So we know their judgment is on point, and that's exactly what happened, right? He checked him to the point where it was like, wait a minute, there's something else going on within you. And that's what you got to watch these underlying spirits and thoughts that consume you. A lot of brothers and sisters don't understand that's going to take you down that wicked path. That's going to take you down to the point of no return.
Yeah. You know, with that forward thought, how it separates you. Now his mind going into the mind of the evil man, going in the mind of the wicked. How does his mind process things now? Mm-hmm. Titus 1:15. Titus chapter 1 and verse 15. You know, going into, you're not abiding in the law of the Most High. You refuse to listen to counsel. And I'm talking about for, those Israelites, how to have this wicked mind frame. You denied all that. Now where you're at, now your mind is literally in chaos. Read where you at.
Titus chapter 1 and verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Yeah. See, the wicked mind is not pure. The wicked mind has been, scourged, man. It's been twisted. Mm-hmm. Contrary to the Most High.
You know what? And just by what you're saying, I think it's Timothy's. Go hold that. Hold that. 1 Timothy 4.
4 and 2.
And 1. Just like what you're saying about that seared in this mind state. And we didn't even have this in here, but this goes right with it. Read that. 1 Timothy 4, verse 1.
Now, the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving to seducing spirits.
Giving to what?
Seducing spirits.
Come on.
And doctrines of devils.
Yeah, and that's what that wicked mind does. Rather than relying on the principles, the doctrine of the Most High, now you're running to these seducing spirits that you think that's going to help you.
Yep.
You run into these dark powers. You run into wickedness and getting transformed into now not a worker of light, but now you're a worker of darkness.
Yep.
You out here coveting. You out here thinking now you stealing. Now you murdering. You're lying. You're being unfaithful.
Right. It's going to tell us. Watch. Go ahead.
Of devils.
Right.
Verse 2, speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Just like you're saying. See, lies in hypocrisies. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. That you got to watch this. You got brothers and sisters, man. This is something we supposed to be looking at in ourselves. Before we look at anybody else, we supposed to be analyzing ourselves according to the scriptures and saying, man, am I in this spirit of lying still and being a hypocrite? And this is that wicked spirit. Yep. Well, go ahead.
Because when you judge, the Most High is not lying. So when you judge in that fashion, when you look at somebody and you're like, oh, they're this, and this, you know what happens is that same spirit that you're judging, it becomes your natural, your second habit, and then you become
right.
If you're not careful.
Right. Go ahead.
And speaking lies and hypocrisy.
Right.
Having their conscience seared.
Just back what you were saying. Mm-hmm. Having their conscience seared. Like, it's almost like, man, how do I get through this person? You can't get through to the wicked. Because they no longer accept Yahweh Shai as the access, as their personal Lord and Savior. Yep. They don't care about this. That's why when it comes down to a lot of these people that they have built a wall up to where nothing can get through, right. It doesn't matter. I had people be like, I already know where you're going to go. I've had brothers tell me, no need, bro. I already know where you're going to go in the scriptures. to stop me from giving them counsel. Women be like, you know what? I already know where you're gonna go. Like you're wicked.
You want me to fake it just so you can hear it? So you can say it?
Right.
Oh yeah, they'll talk like that. You want me to fake it so I can just act like I'm paying attention to you?
That's the thing. You gotta watch this wicked. It's a wicked demon, man. It's the spirit of Cain. It's no longer, oh yeah, that person is weak. You're starting to like the dark side and negative and Satan, and once you get seared with this spirit, how hard is it gonna be for you to turn to the Most High? That's why you cannot play when it comes to these entities and this negative mind state. 1 minute you think it's cool with rejecting and here you go again with the Bible. It's like, how many times you're gonna say that until you believe it? And then you start believing that, and then you start what? Feeling that way. And in yourself, you start feeling like, I don't want to hear that. I don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear you correcting me or telling me where I'm wrong or off. The only way to get to Yahweh Shai is coming to the light. And that's what the wicked don't want to come to the light. They want to be seared with these spirits. But jump back where you were, Titus.
Titus
1 verse 15.
1 verse 15. Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Right.
But unto them that are defiled.
But unto them that are what?
Defiled.
Yeah, see, that mind is defiled because you stop allowing the spirit to come within. You stop allowing the teachers that the Most High gave you to teach you.
You got a negative outlook on what they're saying.
Uh-huh.
You don't see. You're pessimistic.
Right.
On everything that's given to you. You're taking. If you're correcting me, I'm seeing it as more of a burden. You're making my problem bigger by you talking and running off in the mouth with this Bible stuff.
That's why a lot of people that supposedly know the Bible, it's like, remember who just showed me on the app where they asked that maybe I seen it on Flipboard. They asked the Edomite pastor about not wanting to sit on the plane with y'all seen that?
I did.
Y'all seen that?
Yeah, I did.
They asked him. They said,
because he was. They asked him, "Did you make a statement about sitting on a tube
Coach.
with demons?"
He said he didn't want to sit in coach and they got demons on
He
him.
said a tube with demons.
A tube with demons.
A tube with
but
demons.
the thing is this. If you see this guy, he had demons on him.
God.
You know.
Ooh, principalities.
You,
We don't fight with flesh and blood, but principalities.
yeah, before that he was like,
It's on there.
don't.
It's Copeland. Something Copeland.
Yeah.
Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah, he said,
Yeah.
don't you? It's like, bro, you got demons. Listen,
Yeah.
the whole point is this. If we're God-fearing people, what is the one thing that you are accepting in? The conversation of the Lord.
Gone.
Like you're accepting, okay, let me listen. What happens when these demons jump on you is that they start to shut down listening. Like this guy, you're supposed to be a God-fearing person. Then let me hear what you got to say. Let me hear what you got to say. I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm not going to try to yell over you or talk at you. Right? You're saying you're talking about the Most High. Well, let me conduct myself as a man of wisdom and hear what this person got to say. You know what I mean? Instead of shutting down the spirit.
Yep.
And a lot of people, a lot of times, they won't even let themselves be open to the wisdom and the spirit. You know what I mean? Now, unless it's false doctrine, then obviously you're getting away. You're pushing that away. But we're talking about, listen, if you're here in the middle of learning and call yourself a God-fearing man or woman, then you're supposed to be open.
Yeah.
The world, they're not open. Right? The wicked is not open. Right? They're not hearing the laws and commandments of the Most High. They're not hearing righteousness. So they already shut themselves down. Go ahead.
Yep.
What you got?
Give me Proverbs 1:7. Just on that point. I was gonna hit another one. Oh yeah, that's him. Oh, come on, man. That was a good one. Y'all gotta watch that one.
Proverbs chapter 1 verse 7.
Uh-huh.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Right?
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Yeah, man. That's where that mind's at.
Yeah.
You start to go down a slippery slope of what the Most High does not want you to do. You despising wisdom and instruction.
You start looking down on the instruction instead of accepting the instruction in your heart and your mind. Go ahead.
And that's why, what scripture you at? Titus 1:15?
Yeah. You got to finish that.
God, unto the pure all things are pure.
Right.
But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled.
Yeah. It's because what are you entertaining, man? You ain't entertaining nothing but wickedness. Nothing but contrary to the Most High. You're more worried about how you feel, your emotions, or that individual feels. And I'm talking about the wicked. The wicked are literally, all they care is about themselves now, man.
Yeah, you got to watch it. You got to watch it.
My way or the highway.
Yeah. You got to watch that spirit as it comes on you. Finish that though. Watch this.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
They profess that they know the Most High.
They what?
Profess that they know God.
You're a God-fearing man. How come every time I open up the scriptures, you start melting? How come I start talking to you about the word, you start, your fangs start to come out, and you know what I mean? You remember what happens when the vampires get the sun heat comes out of their neck?
Right, start sizzling.
Heat it up.
Right. Something's going on here. Something's going on.
But that's how it be. It's like, why are you getting uptight? What?
Uncomfortable.
They're like,
You gotta watch them on exorcism. They start doing the pop like, and then you hear that rumble like.
Yeah, in their stomach. It's like, hold on, bro. Hold on. Why is this going on? Like, what? Never mind. I don't wanna. It's like, hold on, wait, whoa, don't run now. The wicked fleeth.
When no man pursued.
Right? But the righteous stand bold as a lion. Don't start running. You got sisters that do that. You got brothers that do that. Like, hold on a second. All we're doing is just talking biblically. We being the righteous will be able to hear in this word without steaming up. When it's getting too hot, you getting irritated, and now you want to vomit, or you want to. Well, I get it. Go ahead. Right. All I needed was one scripture, bruh. No, you need 1,000 scriptures to cast out those demons. So they profess to know God. Go ahead.
But in works, they deny Him.
Go ahead.
Being abominable and disobedient.
See, there you go. This shows you about this wicked person. And I guess, really what we're showing is transitioning into this wicked individual. Like when you look at the scriptures, how they were put together, it's like how you transition into this wicked mind state. They deny the Most High. They don't want to hear, don't want to listen. They deny the works. They're abominable. Then they become more disobedient. Go ahead.
And unto every good work, reprobate.
That every good work, they what?
Reprobate.
Right, they're reprobate.
Yep.
You understand? And that's what you gotta watch. Yep. It's like, but there's a sequence of ways that these happen. We're talking about us, but we're also talking about being able to see this in the world. That people, like when people come amongst us, they're supposed to be God-fearing people. You got people that can literally read the scripture without any interpretation, and they start doing this. They start shaking their head. Like, it could be something so right on point with the topic, and without you having to say one word, and they start doing this. Why? Because that's that demon, that's that spirit in you, your body, your mind, your spirit already rejecting what the word says. Have you ever seen that? Listen, I done sat here a lot to where I'm looking at people and they're reading it and they're just like, naturally it's like you're already denying. and they don't even know it. They're already like, nah, that's nah.
They don't know they doing it.
It's like they look at the Bible. They're like, the brother the other day, and I'm not saying he's wicked. I'm just saying that the other day he looked at the Bible like. Then he looked around at everybody like, what the hell is going on here? Because
something got to be up. Man.
Well, the thing is that he's reading things that he never read.
Right.
So now his mind is going to battle.
It's combating that.
Yeah, it's combating that. So but when you reading it yourself, you can't deny it. That's why I hate when people come in, they don't write nothing down and they sit there and they just look at you. Why? Because those individuals, man, it's going to be hard for them to leave and then go out and remember a lot of things.
Right.
A lot of times you need to write it down and you need to be in the book following along. A lot of these cats, they don't write nothing down. They don't follow along. They go right out the door. You never see them again because they're really not letting the word soak in their mind. So now I can say, oh, that was just him talking instead of the word. So we got to watch the spirit of this wickedness, that wicked spirit, because once you go into wicked, you're no longer a sinner. You're no longer a just man fall 7 times. All right? You're now on the second part. What? But go ahead. Where we at?
Yep, you want to add something?
Oh, no, it was just no.
Go ahead.
Go to Romans 8 and 7.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go into to the actions. Romans chapter 8 and verse 7. Just to finish up on the mind, that mind.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
Read that again.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High.
Yeah, you're the enemy of the Most High when you deal with the mind of the wicked. How a wicked individual thinks is an enemy of the Most High.
Now, once again, let's bring it back. Ask yourself, why am I always battling when it comes to the knowledge? I'm a believer because that's a wicked spirit trying to consume you. You say you're God-fearing, right? Right? That's what we all say. We're God-fearing. So why is it always battling? Well, I'm not battling the word. Well, yeah, you are. Well, I'm not battling the word. I'm battling how you're bringing it out. That don't make no sense. How you drop that scripture, that's what I'm battling. Bro, that ain't got nothing to do to nothing. I can say it loud, soft, low. What is your job when you hear the scripture?
To hear, to hearken.
To hearken. It doesn't matter, bro, if the prophets were yelling, cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice, or they were talking soft in the spirit of meekness, right? Yep. It didn't matter. You were supposed to, he that has an ear to hear, let him hear. Right? You were supposed to know open rebuke is better than secret love. But you're trying to obscure what is needed for you because wickedness is in your heart. We have to watch this spirit. You got to watch this demon on you because it pulls you. You ever see that movie Drag You to Hell? Right. It's dragging you in that darkness because darkness means I don't want to listen, means I don't want to hear, means stubborn, rebellious, stiff-necked, means my actions aren't pleasing to the Most High because now I start doing things out of the spirit of the Most High. It's simple. It's not hard. You got to separate man from the Bible. Okay, the brother went hard. He yelled or he was soft. He was so soft-spoken that the word cut me to the heart without even him getting loud. But what did we go over? What did I read? Was it the scripture? What was cutting me? Right? Who did the holy water burn? Did it burn good people? Who's the ones always getting hot and Well, it's like demons. Everybody else, you know, if you throw holy water on the holy, then what? Oh, baptize me.
Right.
Baptize me, brother.
I need
Right?
to
Right? They want to be baptized. Demons, Satan, the wicked, they're the ones running. They're the ghouls. They're the goblins. They're the ones getting angry. They're the ones getting upset. Why? Because they don't want to hear that about themselves. Because we know a righteous man will hear. A wise man will hear. A wise woman will hear. Right? Reproof entereth into a right man. Right? The law of life will open your eyes. Right. Let the righteous smite me. It should be kindness unto me. Oh, you're right, brother. Open rebuke is better than secret love. You're like, yeah, Khan, I get this. And that's how you have to train yourself. Because if you don't train yourself to love the way of the Most High, then you would train yourself to hate the way of the Lord, the way of the Most High, the commandments, the correction. You would hate that. And what is that? That's the wicked. Where are we at? Come on, let's get through these.
Finish that.
Romans chapter 8, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
For to be carnally minded is death,
Right.
but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Yeah, verse 7 actually.
Because the carnal
But
mind,
do you see that? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Oh yeah.
Why you not at peace, bruh? Why are you not at peace? Why is it turmoil? Because you're letting Satan darken you. That's why the world is at turmoil. They're in torment, in pain, and suffering. We're supposed to be at peace and at ease. The war, you hear me say it a million times, a million classes, only comes when you warn your members, the carnal against the spiritual, right? That's what the word says, right?
Khan.
Huh? Is that what him say?
Khan, that's what the book says.
That's what the book say, right?
That's book, Khan.
That's where the war comes in at. Go ahead.
because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High.
Right.
Neither indeed can be.
Ooh, neither indeed can be. If you ain't subject to the law of the Most High, your works, your actions are not going to follow that. And that's why now we're going into the actions of the wicked man. How to identify a wicked man by his actions. Go to Proverbs 24 and 16.
I finally found out why Major is the fucking way he is. His last name is Cuffman.
I'm gonna hit him with that.
Yeah. Read where you at.
Proverbs chapter 24 and 16.
Con.
For a just man falleth 7 times.
Yeah, see, the just man follows 7 times. What happened to his just man? Read.
And riseth up again.
See, the just man rises back up again. But we're going to see what the wicked man does. What happened to the wicked man once he slips? And that's the difference between a sinner and a wicked man. That the sinner, listen, he understands that he messed up, takes that counsel, takes that reproof. Let me change my standard. Let me change my life. Let me change my actions. I apologize, Yahweh.
Right.
But the wicked, what does he do?
But the wicked shall fall into mischief.
Yeah, the wicked fall into mischief. The wicked start going deeper and deeper into that sin.
Right.
Just like Cain.
Right.
1 John 3 and 12. Because we can go to the story in Genesis 4, how Cain's story is like, bro, that was in you already. Like, that little small instance of Abel having that acceptable sacrifice and you not having it made you turn like that. You had something built within you. You had that little evil grain, that evil seed that was within you. Mm-hmm. It was sown within you. It says that the wicked shall fall into mischief. Read where you at.
1 John 3 and 12.
Uh-huh.
Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother, and wherefore slew he him.
Yeah, Cain was of that wicked one. He had that wicked spirit on him, that wicked outlook, and slew his own brother. How much more those that are sliding into that same mentality because something happened? You had a bad outlook. You didn't completely understand what was going on spiritually. You was just going off of emotions. You like him better than me, Yahweh? He got the nice car, he got the nice pants, the nice jewelry. F him. Now look at you. Now you plotting on your brother with murder. How wicked can you be? That's crazy, your own brother. Think about that. Think about where your mind has to be to where your body literally, it said he rose up against Abel. Who know what he did? Body rocked him, hit him, stab him. But for what? For nothing. Abel was a righteous individual, man. Say it again?
I said because his deeds were evil.
Indeed. He brought that little wimpy sacrifice, that wimpy offering. The Most High was not with that. But it says for Cain, who was that wicked one, slew his brother. Just showing how, a just man, listen, he's not going to continue in the sin. Right. He's not going to just accept his downfall. The wicked accepts their downfall and they're like, I'm cool with it. It's like the Joker. Yes. How evil can you get?
Yeah.
Dang, you don't really think, you're not thinking about what you're doing, your acts, how they're affecting other individuals.
No.
The way that you talk, how when your negative conversations, how that's going to look on an individual that has a positive mind, a pure mind, that now you're literally putting your spirits or evil spirits on her?
Well, no, that wicked spirit is self-indulgent. It's that wicked spirit is a selfish spirit. It's only about them, and that's why when you look at the wicked in the world, and I guess we're gonna get into it too. When you look at these wicked people in the world, and I say that to say, listen, we are sinners, but I know this: we all make mistakes, but we don't reject the Most High. So, saying that, the reason why I'm saying that, they're like, well, you're judging. Well, at this point, we know we don't want nothing with the dark side.
Right.
We can boldly stand and say, we're not the ones that are going to reject the Creator, the Most High, His Son, the laws and commandments that make us righteous. So I can boldly say, we are not the wicked. We're sinners. We mess up. But a lot of these people, man, they have rejected all those things. Yeah. And they stand bold and strong in it. That's why us Hebrew Israelites, so-called believers, we got to watch what spirits you entertain, because it's corrupt. It's going to destroy you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Finish reading where you at.
Because his own works were evil.
His what?
His own works were evil.
Yeah, his works was evil. It wasn't your brother. Think about that. Abel had righteous works. Your own works was wicked. But then what happened? You start diving more and more. The scripture says, hold that, Proverbs 4:19. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 19. Just showing that Cain didn't even understand what was going on, man. He just had this feeling, this negativity. He's like, man, I'm not going to allow him to one me up like that. Read where you at.
Proverbs 4:19.
Right?
The way of the wicked is as darkness.
Yeah, the way of the wicked is as darkness, man. They just going deeper and deeper. Like, bro, you were the one who messed up. It wasn't Abel. You chose to give that offering. You chose to act that way. You chose to make those moves. Read.
They know not at what they stumble.
Yeah. Now you're over there getting caught up in things. You don't even know why you messed up, because you're not abiding. You're not doing what the Most High wants you to do. Now you get mad because you're starting to get checked for your wicked works. You're trying to get checked, but it's like you're not even listening to the check. So what do? Oh, what's going on? I thought that was good. No, it wasn't good. It wasn't to that standard. And that's the mindset that we have to have. We got to understand what's going on around us, man. It says the way of the wicked is as darkness. They get so deep into their wickedness. Again, you don't see the light. You don't see that balance. You don't see that path of light that the Most High is putting you on.
Nope.
You just see straight mayhem. You just see you. You and your ones next to you, your family.
If that, some of these cats are so in depth into wickedness that they don't even see their family. Their family is a stepping stone.
Yep.
You know, for wicked purposes and wicked cause.
Yep.
You know, it ain't for righteousness. So a lot of people, man, come on, man. How many people you know that sold dope to their own family?
Oh yeah.
Crack to their own mama.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Dope to their own neighbor next door. Right? How many people you seen that let the neighbor next door do tricks for dope? So you got to see it's a wicked spirit, man, that totally the Most High rejects.
Yep.
This soul, this spirit in this individual. Come on, we got a lot more.
Right.
Come on, read that.
That's it.
Where are we at?
Jump down to Psalms 11.
Right. Right. Where Psalms 11 and 2. Read that. Psalms 11 and 2.
Come on, Ariel.
Psalms 11 and 2.
Go ahead.
For lo, the wicked bend their bow.
They what?
The wicked bend their bow.
And that's the problem. The problem is that when this spirit is consuming and it starts to take over this individual. We're at Psalms 11 and 2. When that spirit starts to take over these individuals, their whole priority is to destroy the wicked. The righteous, excuse me. Their whole priority is to go against the righteous. You know, you got to see that if you are a man or a woman in your right mind and right spirit and pleasing the Most High, show me where Yahweh Shai was trying to get at everybody and cause commotion with everybody. You know what caused commotion with Christ? The word, righteousness. But the wicked, they want to cause commotion, corruption, destruction, and everything they put their hand to. That's why when you look at the kings of this kingdom, you look at the military, you look at the politicians.
Yep.
Now let's bring it back down to us. You got to ask yourself, are you that one that is the commotion starter? Well, because I asked question. No, you ain't the commotion starter because you asked question. You're the commotion starter because you don't know where you're walking, and your confusion, you want to pour that out to everybody. You walk on in darkness, and you want to bring that darkness around light, and we want to destroy that. So no, it's not because you're more smart, you're more on point. Actually, you're more chaotic because the mind state you're in. And that's what a lot of these people that come from the world, if you don't acknowledge your sins, that wicked spirit is still holding you back from the Most High. You're going to be a reject. You will be rejected. Go ahead. Read it again. Then we're going to jump to verse 5. Go ahead.
Psalms 11 and 2.
Go ahead.
For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string.
Yeah, see, they make ready. It's about war with them. It's about destruction. That's why when you look at the wicked, they're always confrontational.
Oh yeah.
That's why Yahweh Shai had to tell the Pharisees, slow the hell down. He does without saying cast the first stone. You always want blood. The wicked always want blood. There's never no time for mercy. There's never no time for, like, look at the police officers. Look at the wars that are started. It's always bloodshed. The righteous ain't like that. You know what I mean? They're always confrontational. No, he did that because because what? Your judgment's so far off, how could you examine anything?
Are you hot right now?
Well, go ahead, jump to verse 5 when you finish with that.
The Lord tried the righteous, but the wicked in him that loveth violence.
He loved what?
Violence.
See, there's a lot of wicked men that love violence. That's when you see our people in the ghettos and the slums. You see our people out here in the hood, this next door that'll shoot you, kill you, and won't even think a second thought about it. That's a wicked spirit, man. Go to Psalms 11 and Psalms 10 and 2. You got to watch out for that spirit of violence.
Yep.
That spirit of violence.
He just always trying to pop the chest swole.
Yeah. You trying to fight somebody all the time.
Yeah.
That's not the spirit of the Most High. You show me in the Bible where the prophets was walking around trying to fight everybody like some coon out of the hood. Some damn cheetah monkey. Right?
Border rabbit.
Right, border rabbit. Cheetah monkeys. You know what I mean? Show me that in the Bible. You don't see that. Like, yeah, he was looking at me a certain way. Like, how'd you caught eyes with him then?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? What you staring so long for? You know what I mean? Like, you brothers and sisters got to see, there's a lot of these dumbass niggas that come to the schools that don't know how to change and put off the old man, and then they're being told, bro, we're not Crips, we're not Bloods, man. That violent, confrontational, I want to fight everybody, I think I'm hard. Show me in the Bible where Yahweh Shai was walking around like that. Or was he walking around meek, humble? That doesn't mean he was weak. It just doesn't mean that he was this confrontational demon that always made everything a fight or a battle. You bring those spirits to you with those wicked demons on you. Okay, let me tell you in a way you can understand. Just like the white man, the devil, and the white man always wants to kill everybody, there's niggas the same way. The same spirit that where they always want to be confrontational, always want to fight, always want to battle. That's a wicked demon on you, man. Go ahead.
Psalm 10 and 2.
Go ahead.
The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor.
Right.
Let them be taken into the devices that they have imagined.
Do you see this? They want to persecute the poor.
Oh yeah.
It's always about confrontation and breaking down the little man. Not standing for the right man, the good man. When we put our spiritual goggles on, we look at our people and we see the pain, the hurt. We see the things that they need. Even the ignorant. The scriptures say having compassion on the ignorant. That's what we look at, right? But when you got demons on you, you're always thinking about destruction. You always want to think about destruction of your people. Your mercy isn't the mercy of the Most High. Your anger isn't the anger of the Most High. Even when you so-called are angry for righteousness, you let carnality get in there. This is what we do as men, and you got to watch yourself. You got to know yourself. And a lot of people don't know that that's a wicked spirit on them. Your judgment got to be like the Father, like the Most High, like Yahweh Shai. Psalms 37:14. Then get me Psalms 10. No, then give me Micah 2.
Yeah, because the scripture says about walking with wisdom toward them without.
Right.
You know, so just showing that when that spirit of
no, they're wicked.
Yeah.
Once again, your judgment's off. You don't know who's wicked. You don't know who's a sinner.
Yep.
You don't know what that person's done. Why? How I know you don't know? Because the Lord said, go teach. He didn't say, oh, but hold on a second. Separate the wicked from the righteous. How do you know that if you haven't even taught them yet? He didn't say go separate the wicked from the righteous. He said go teach. And the word was going to separate the wicked from the righteous. It was going to separate the clean from the unclean. But we want to do it the opposite. Don't be like the one you hate. Don't be like the demons, Satan. Don't be like that. Go ahead.
Psalms 37 and
14.
14. The wicked have drawn out the sword. And have
They what?
They have drawn out the sword sword.
They're always ready to fight. They always want to go to war. There's never a peaceful resolution. There's never a peaceful way. They always want to draw the sword. There's never forgiveness in their heart. There's never meek. Scripture said the meek shall inherit the earth. He give grace unto the humble. He resists the proud. But the wicked in their heart, they're always ready to draw swords. It ain't because your brother made a mistake. It's because, you know what, he don't like you. Confrontational. Right? You don't really know what happened. You don't really examine the correct way, and you start moving like the devil. You start moving like the devil. Read.
And have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy.
Go ahead.
And to slay such as be of upright conversation.
Yeah.
Read that again.
The wicked have drawn out the sword.
Right.
And have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy.
Right.
And to slay such as be of upright conversation.
Yeah, but you slaying those that have upright conversations. Now, you know that your spirit's off because you're going against the righteous. It's like, why you always got to beef with the righteous?
Why you got to beef with the conversation of the righteous? If you are right, then listen to what's right. Is added unto you.
Right.
Right? Now we know what the wicked do. This is what this class is about. What do the wicked do? They always got to beef with the ones that are righteous. Scripture say, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall inherit the kingdom. So, are we the peacemakers or the bloodshedders? Well, I will send for many fishers, and they shall fish them. Right now, it's the peace. In the future, it's going to be all that. So, it ain't time right now. You shouldn't be wanting to shed blood. One, that's the devil's job right now. Yeah. Two, think about when you're amongst brothers and sisters, and the righteous conversation is vexing you. Y'all gotta weigh these things out and say, dang, you gotta be able to sit back, man, and say, damn, I do that. I got demons on me. I got real high spirits on me. That's what we be sitting back. I be sitting back thinking like, man, this guy don't know. This sister don't know. She got Satan on her. But once again, we can't, when we tell you that, your pride, you're stubborn, that conversation, you want to go to war with because you don't want to recognize you got Satan in your heart. Read on.
Psalm chapter 37, verse 15.
Go to Micah 2 and 2.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 2.
Read that.
And they covet fields.
They do
And
what?
And they covet fields.
Yeah, they covet fields. You taking the wicked take, man. They covet fields, read.
And take them by violence.
Take them by what?
Violence.
Come on, man. By any means necessary.
Violence.
Yeah, you don't care about who's there. You don't care about who you hurt. You don't care about why. You just want that. That's mine.
By violence.
I need that. Read.
And houses.
Come on.
And they take them away.
Yeah, we see that, man. That's the wicked. They've been done that to us. But it's funny because now we're doing it to our own people. We got brothers literally gentrifying their own neighborhoods, man. Giving it up to Esau, to their own building projects. Now they want to make money off the people, or off the backs of our people, man. But what do? They take their houses. They give them a couple measly dollars so that they can build a big condo, make bunches of money, man. But they displace families because they don't care. This is what the wicked does, man.
I like how you said it. You said they take. That's a wicked spirit. You're taking, you're hurting, you're consuming, and you don't see what you're doing. You know, it's like we were talking about with the pastors and the preachers. Taking and it's hurting. That's why we keep telling brothers and sisters, if you giving anything and it's hurting you, we would rather you not give it. Because it don't supposed to hurt. Then if you can't give it, we don't want to take it and then you hurting. What the hell is that? What's the point of that? To make you be in pain? We shouldn't be like that. You got brothers that get in these relationships. Take. By any means necessary. Sisters, in these relationships, all you want to take, but you don't want to give back. That spirit of wickedness, man, is about destruction. The spirit of Satan is about being destructive and not caring what is blazed in the fire. And you got a lot of brothers, your conscience, your mind, the way you think, you don't care about what you do, what you say, how you act. You know what I mean? And you do it under this false Pharisee mentality. Gotta watch it.
Yeah, because my outer garments is on point.
Yeah,
I look good. Got my head wrap on. Got my fringes on. Okay.
Yeah, but what you're saying, how you're saying it, how you deliver it, what you tell them, with this, at what cost, and how you're delivering it. So we gotta check our intentions. The wicked they ain't checking nothing. They're running like a fireball into everything, and then after they're done, Salak, I didn't know. Yeah, because you didn't listen. The sister's gone now. You got a baby with her, but you didn't listen. Or the brother's gone because you dealt with him in a certain way. You didn't see your actions. You know what I mean? So you got to watch this wicked spirit. Now, mistakes happen. We're human. We're going to mess up. But we're not talking about mess ups. We're talking about the wicked fall into mischief. They love it. They like it. They're giving into it.
Want some more of it.
They're not hearing those scriptures. Yeah. We know, you know, I know that you know that people make mistakes, but we're not talking about the people that care about their mistakes. We're talking about the ones that don't give a damn. And it says what?
Verse 2.
They
cut fields.
Right.
And take them by violence.
Right.
Houses.
Read.
And take them away.
Right.
So they oppress a man and his house.
Yeah.
Even a man and his heritage.
There you go. And that's what they've done to us. That's what the wicked has done to us. How are we fighting against this? Acting like them? Being like them? With your people? It ain't with them. Because you ain't doing none of them. You just come amongst your own people. Look at the Facebooks and social media and all these things. It's like you fight against... You'll get on and be against your own people quicker than you'll be against. Go to the Jewish community websites, Facebook, and get on there and go to war. Why you warring amongst each other? Yeah. Oh, debate is good. No, debating ain't good all the damn time. The scriptures that says yes, they debated in the temple. This monkey tried to show me that. Yeah, well, it's all good debate. They debated. You didn't have to debate. Debating comes when somebody's not agreeing. You don't debate just to debate.
Yeah. Pastime.
Debating comes, when somebody's not understanding.
Like what we did for class, right?
Right. When we rapped, we talked, right? We politicked. Right? It wasn't just debate. People come with debating like that's the only thing the truth's supposed to be about, is arguing with each other. That's madness, man. It's because that wicked mentality the white man America fed you. Now you think you're supposed to approach everything like the devil.
Yeah.
The devil is in you and puppeting you around.
Yeah, I think about that. It says even a man in his heritage. It's almost like you said, relationships, man.
Yeah.
Now you literally breaking down your household to the order that he set up.
Yeah.
But it's sad because that's the same thing that Esau did to us, but now it's working through you.
It's working through the women. It's working through a lot of men. Because you're not conscious. You're working the devil. What's that paper? The Willie Lynch paper is working in your mind. Yeah.
Oh no, just for that debate, it said be ready to hear it and give an answer to the fool. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes you just
be quiet. Amos 3 verse 10.
You said what?
Amos 3 and 10, and then get me Psalms 10 and 8.
Amos 3 and 10.
Yeah.
For they know not to do right, said the Lord.
Yeah. Right.
And store up violence and robbery in their palaces.
Yeah, and that's what they do. They don't know how to do right. All they know is, listen, let me just get what I can get, Let me put it in my place, make sure my people's cool. I don't care what everybody else is doing, man. It's like all the little movies, all the apocalypse movies, man. It's like you going down to the point where it's me or them. But that's your conscience all the time. When you see all these billionaires and millionaires, like it's me against them. I got all billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Even like these stars, right? I look at the projects in Norfolk. You get all these rich individuals that's in the area, bro, they don't put no money back into the community. There's no money going into the community. There's no assistance. There's nobody going out there with a tent that gives, you know, individuals places to stay at because they're about to rip down all the townhomes. These individuals don't know how to do right. They're selfish. The wicked are selfish as hell, man. And they'll kick out their own grandma if need be. That's why a lot of these movie stars, these musicians, what do? These old start doing these old blood sacrifices, killing everybody. Mama can go, dad can go, sister can go, boo can go. Because, read that again.
Amos chapter 3.
3 and 10.
Chapter 3 verse 10.
Right?
For they know not to do right, said the Lord, who store up violence and robbery in their palaces.
Come on, man, robbery. Think about how many of our people rob each other in the hood. Like, bro, you really went into the house for a pair of Jordans and some bananas? Like, really? That's what you gonna do? Bro, you wicked as hell. We don't have anything. But you gonna take from your own people. You literally gonna bang against the individual that gave you food, that gave you shelter, that gave you counsel. That's who you gonna hurt? You don't know how to do right. You don't know what ways you should be doing right. That's the wicked's mind state, the wicked's mind frame. They don't understand that those acts, man, are, listen, you're being shown. That's how we know an individual's wicked. It says that they don't know how to do right. They don't know what's good. A brother gives you some, gives you a little bit of counsel, gives you a little bit of understanding, shows you how to do something. What do? I don't trust that brother. Now you back talking behind the same dude you just took the counsel from? Now you back talking the sister that you was just cool with? I've been needing this. I've been needing this. I've been needing that word. Now the sister's this. Come on, man. That's the mindset of the wicked. They don't know how to do right. And finish that off.
Verse 11. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, an adversary.
That's it. That's it. Go to that Psalms.
Skip that. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 2 so we can get this out real quick.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2.
You're going to read verse 1 and jump down to verse 12.
God, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright.
Right. So this is that wicked, ungodly spirit on how they think. Remember this. Jump down to verse 12.
Verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous.
Right, and that's this wicked spirit, man. They lie in wait for you. That's why I keep telling my kids, we keep telling brothers and sisters, man, the wicked, man, they wait. They're waiting to pervert your spirit, to take advantage of you, to dilute you, to make you second question and second guess your mission, your path, your goal, and serving the Most High, your duty. Go ahead.
Because he is not for our turn.
Right, because you have a war going on. Wicked against the righteous. We're not for his turn. We don't believe in you. We don't think like them. We don't act like them. There's supposed to be a difference between the wicked and the righteous. See, now let's look at ourselves in here and ask ourselves, where's my mind at? How do I think? Do I think like this? Watch, read on.
And he is clean. Contrary.
He is what?
Clean.
He is a cut, clean difference. There's supposed to be a cut, clean difference contrary to the wicked, the ungodly. When there's not, we got to look at ourselves. There's a lot of niggas in Israel. It does that. When we look at ourselves, is there a contrary? Are you sure the same? Do they look at you and say, man, this is no difference from a nigga in the world? It's like that. Brothers got to stop deceiving themselves. You still got niggerish traits. You still got ungodly traits. We got to purge those out. Don't go to the wicked side, because then it's going to be over. Go ahead.
Clean contrary to our doing.
Go ahead.
He upbraided us.
Right. This dude always corrects us. But we know the scriptures say your obedience has to be fulfilled to be able to correct those wicked things in other people. So this is what we're constantly at. We're constantly at war with that demonic spirit, that wicked spirit. But not only the people within yourself. That's where it's supposed to start. It's supposed to start within you first. Go ahead.
He upbraided us. We are offending the law.
You see that? So we do that, right? The Israelites, the lawgivers do that. But are you doing it within yourself? Thou that says, thou shalt not steal, doest thou steal? Thou that says, thou shalt not commit sacrilege, doest thou commit sacrilege? These are the things we got to be checking ourselves on. That wicked spirit, man, you're like, oh, I'm not wicked, I don't believe. You're not wicked, why? On what? Just because you don't eat pork? We got to check ourselves. Yeah, because you celebrate the Sabbath. The devils believe too. And they tremble. But that don't mean you got to look at your intentions. You got to look at your actions. You got to look at the things that the Most High is looking at. He's looking at your heart. You're supposed to be looking at your heart. Not through your emotions. Well, I feel. Well, see. Well, I feel. See. Nah. You got to look at what really you're doing. And then when it's brought to your attention, you got to come back and step back and say, is that what you see? Well, why do you see that? You rarely hear that. You rarely hear that. Is that what you see? What is it that I do that makes you see that? All you hear is, see, the reason why, bro, that's not what the scriptures say. It says a wicked man findeth an excuse for every reason and every purpose. A wicked man findeth, why? Because you're trying to get out of the lights shining on you. That's the way of the world. That's the way of the wicked. These are the things we supposed to be looking at ourselves, and we got to constantly check within us. Because if not, we're going to be thinking, we're going to be saying, oh, I taught in your name. I went out here and did this. Yeah, but you're a demon. Look at you. You're no different from them in the world. Come on, read.
And objected to our infamy. The transgressings of our education.
Right. See? And we reject. We deny. We deny everything the wicked has to offer. We're at odds with the wicked. Right? So you're learning two things. How we're fighting against the wicked, but how the wicked thinks also. Go ahead.
Verse 13. He professed to have the knowledge of the Most High.
Right.
And he called himself a child of the Most High.
And that's how they look at us, man. Oh, you're a child of the Most High. You're a child of God. Well, you're supposed to be upholding the standard. Go ahead.
He was made to reprove our thoughts.
We do what?
He was made to reprove our thoughts.
The righteous is always reproving the thoughts of the wicked. You're going to get told that's wicked. That's an evil thought. That's a negative way of thinking. You're going to get that. Read.
Verse 15. He is grievous unto us.
Now, but the wicked feels what?
He is grievous unto us.
Wicked is always, every time. It ain't help. The wicked looks at correction and righteousness and reproof and advice and counsel, all the same word, by the way. Reproof, advice, correction, counsel, admonishment, all the same word, just I said that. All the same thing. They look at it as what? Read it.
Grievous.
Is what?
Grievous.
The wicked is always grievous. How are you going to be a man of God, but every time the Bible come out, it hurts your feelings? Now, listen. Go back through all those scriptures we went over. That was in common with the wicked. They don't want to hear. It's always a bother. You can't be a man or woman of light. But when the Bible is being told to you, you start melting. Y'all got to get this, man. What?
It said, behold, he said it is grievous unto us even to behold.
Right.
Not even just to hear, but to even, like, they even get sick at the sight of you.
Right.
Because they already feel like, I already know what they're going to tell me. Or when you get that phone call, you look at the number, you're like, yeah.
You got to think about it. When they said Samuel, when Samuel came into town, it was like, does thou come peaceably?
Yeah, that's how they looked at it.
Wow.
Because they knew that he was about to check them, man. They didn't want to hear that.
I don't know where you got that one image, sis, with the stones weighing on the back. But that's how a lot of people do when it comes to being corrected. Instead of taking it the right way, is like everything is turned into negative. That's how the wicked do it. So you won't get right.
Yeah.
Y'all not getting that. But the scriptures tell us what? What do the scriptures tell you? Watch, the wicked doeth what?
He is grievous unto us.
So we're a burden to the wicked, right?
Even to behold.
Right, even to behold, right?
Even look at God.
But check this out. What does the scriptures tell us about when we deal with the wicked and they don't want to hear? He said, tell them what they will hear, forbear. So when you come with that stubborn ass wicked mind state, when they reject us out there in the world and they don't want to hear, they don't want to listen, they don't want to learn, the Most High still tell us to do what? Don't let up. So we're in the middle of I don't want to hear what you got to say. What the Most High put, like, you better get out there, boy.
Right.
You better tell them what I said.
That's what Jonah did.
Right. He's like, you better get out there and tell them what I said. But they're like, get the hell out of my face. I don't want to hear that. And you're like, well, they don't want to hear it. And he get out there. But they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to me. You better get out there. And that's the thing that the wicked don't want to hear. I'm listening. Listen, you got it. It takes practice. It takes practice being reproved and learning how to listen. And after a certain amount of time, you gotta say to yourself, you know what? Let me listen.
Oh yeah.
Bro, it happens, bro. I do it in my house. My ribs. They'll tell me something with wisdom. I had to practice to be able to look at them. Don't say nothing. Give them a second to analyze. For me to analyze and say, okay, is this on point? Or am I wanting to jump off on them because I'm the man? Am I listening to wisdom? Or am I the man?
Yeah, that's on point.
You see that? So, because if I'm a God-fearing person, it doesn't matter who tells me. Even though their intentions can be misguided and out of order, I'm going to still say, okay, you got a point there. But how you're doing it, being my rib, is disrespectful as hell. It's a way to do it. But a lot of times you got to acknowledge what you're being told, because it might be right. A lot of brothers be off, and their ribs be damn smarter than them, and they don't want to hear what their ribs got to say because they're the man. Wisdom is wisdom. Righteousness is righteousness. Granted, you sisters got to get better at it because you're coming from that worldly perspective and you think just because you're right, you can deliver it in a disrespectful way to your husband.
Right. I think you should know this.
But it's a quandary. It's a quandary because you as a righteous man, you want to receive righteousness. You want to be able to hear righteousness and not shut your spirit down from listening, but be able to relay to her, you know what, you're right at that, but the way your delivery is out of order. You see that? It takes work, tact on both parts to do this. Yeah, because if you keep practicing not listening, you're going to do that with everybody. That's why you get these brothers that do that. When they come in, they always got a rebuttal. They always got something to say back. They always got some way to justify themselves. Yeah, I talk to cats. You might as well, I don't know why certain of y'all call me. I'm like, you call me, you ask and then you don't listen. It's like you ask within the same you asking, well, what do you feel about? Well, and then, the reason why, you're already giving me an excuse why you don't. Like, I don't get y'all. If y'all got to call, ask advice and counsel, y'all should be ready to hear, man. Instead of coming up with excuses on why not to listen.
I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm going to give you an excuse why I don't want to do it.
That be that like, wicked spirit.
So I'm going to do a part of the law.
Yeah.
But then the other part of the law, I can't do.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you.
Right.
I'm going to come to my elder.
But when you start telling me about myself, I get in my feelings. That's a wicked spirit. You got to watch this. You know the wicked out there, they don't want to hear nothing. Come on, read on.
Done. He is grievous unto us.
We're grievous. We're grievous to them. Ask yourself this. When that brother starts opening up his mouth, is it grievous to you?
Oh, yeah, it makes you sick to your stomach.
Yeah, because you got demons on you.
Yeah, your outlook is skewed.
Your outlook is skewed because you got spirits on you.
They start looking at you like they want to kill you.
It's like, wait a minute, we supposed to be brothers.
I thought we were husband and wife.
Read.
Where his life is not like other men.
His what?
His life is not like other men.
And that's how they look at us. Read.
His ways are of another fashion.
Yeah, see. Our ways is supposed to be of another fashion. We're supposed to be able to see that our actions are supposed to be contrary to them. We don't supposed to be like the devil speaking against the devil. I don't get that. That don't make no sense to me personally. Like, you're a demon. You want to get your voice across, but you're talking righteousness, but doing it in a demonic way. The scriptures say bitterness says about bitterness coming from a sweet. How does it go? James? It's in James, right?
Sweet water cannot come from bitter and bitter.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and read on while we look for that.
Verse 16.
We're
esteemed of him as counterfeits.
Right, and that's the thing. We look at them as counterfeits. They're supposed to be the ones that is fake, not us. We're not supposed to be the fake ones. We're supposed to be the people standing for truth, justice, and the Most High's way. Read.
James 3:11.
No, read where you at. Go ahead.
We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways.
Right.
As from filthiness.
You see that? We abstain from their ways. We abstain from their thought process, how they act, how they deal, how they think, how they feel. There's a whole different spirit that was in Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob than that was in Esau and Cain. And a lot of the nations, a little dirty ass Ham. What was it, Canaan? Canaan.
Yeah.
Right? That old mischievous, sodomitish, evil, vindictive, hateful spirit. Read.
He pronounced at the end of the just to be less.
Right?
And make it his boast that the Most High is his Father.
See, and that's what we boast at. We take confidence in the end of our actions being in the Spirit, and confidence that all of our works are going to be acknowledged by the Most High. This is what it's saying. Go ahead.
Let us see if his words be true.
But the wicked do what?
Let us see if his words be true.
Man, the wicked from all the apostles, the prophets, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, John the Baptist, John the Revelator,
Done.
Yahweh Shai, all they did was put the righteous in trial and put them to test. The seven brothers, the 7 Maccabean brothers,
Done.
right? All they do is try us. Satan, his job is to prove, according to what you're saying, are you sticking to it?
Done.
Read.
And let us prove what shall happen in the end.
Yeah, let us see. From the elite of echelon, high principalities, demonic forces of the angelic realm, Satan is trying to prove you. Oh, when you come down here on this earth, Satan is trying to always make you abandon ship and choose his path. That means in dealings, in action, in mind state, in emotions, in feelings. Why? Because you claim to be a person of the Most High. He's going to show to the Most High you're a lie. That's why we're supposed to be cleaning up our actions and our ways, and they're supposed to be contrary to them. You're supposed to be able to see the difference between a nigga in the world, a drug-dealing, gang-banging, thug-ass monkey, and an Israelite. It's supposed to be a separation.
Yep.
It's supposed to be a total separation. But we bring a lot of that madness into us because you think that's black, that's real, that's deep. That's the black man keeping it real. No, it's niggerism, it's evil, it's Satan. It ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. That ain't real. That ain't, you ain't, the thugs ain't like, you're half Hebrew Israelite, half thug, half Hebrew Israelite, half demon. Like I told the other brother the other day, being hard. Show me where the apostles was walking around like they was hard thug niggas. I don't see it. I can see priests. I can see like men like Samuel walking around priestly, righteous,
Strong.
warriors, strong, like David, Samson, till he got weak.
Right.
Solomon, till he got weak. But that's what I see. I don't see that. I don't see these goons and goonies. The thing that the white man created in the hood, the puppets. We're supposed to be separate, kingly, priestly. Kingly, priestly. Not the Netflix kings. Now all of them are filthy and dirty and disgruntled, but righteous men. Read.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
For if the just man be the son of the Most High,
Well, if we're the son of the Most High, right?
he will help him.
And this is what their job is to do, is to continually put us in trial. And that's what they did to our big brother, Yahweh Shai. They put him in trial. And they said to him, what? Oh, you're a son of the Most High? Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Right.
They told him, yeah, pull yourself down off the cross.
Take yourself off the cross, right? Same thing with the other apostles and
Crazy,
prophets. When they sawed them in half, chopped off their heads,
Impaled him.
impaled them, there was supposed to be a difference. Go ahead.
He will help him.
He will what?
Help him.
Right?
And deliver him.
They are saying, I guarantee you they won't stick in. They'll turn around and abandon ship. And that's what you have to see. That wicked spirit is constantly trying to torment the righteous. It's constantly trying to be adverse against the will of the Most High. Let's look back into us. Are we like that? So you got to see how Satan through his deception, tries to make you transform being a righteous man, but being an angel of light, but being an angel of Satan. You got to see it. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm righteous, but look at your actions. Are they? Yeah. Read.
And deliver him from the hand of his enemies.
Right. Read.
Let us examine him.
Let us do what?
Let us examine
The
him.
wicked is always watching us to pervert us, to pervert our judgment, our mind, and our spirit. Go ahead.
With despitefulness.
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 Uh-huh.
And torture.
And torture. Read.
That we may know his meekness and prove.
Wait, what is supposed to be the characteristic of these righteous men?
That we may know his meekness.
They want to see how meek are you. Is that for show?
I like that.
See. They want to see how meek you are. And that's the thing, that a lot of brothers don't have that in their vocabulary. We're supposed to be the characteristics of what the scriptures say. This is what the scripture is supposed to be saying about us. People, the nations. Not because we're these crazy ass lunatics with the Bible, but really believers, God-fearing, righteous, standing boldly for the Most High. Read, come on.
And prove his patience.
And prove his what?
Patience.
What's another attribute that the wicked will see in us?
Patience.
Meekness and patience. See, this is all the things the wicked don't have. This is all the things that the wicked want to pull out of us. This is all the things that you need. Meekness, patience.
God.
Go ahead.
Let us condemn him with a shameful death.
Right?
For by his own saying he shall be respected.
Right?
Verse 21.
Uh-huh.
Such things they did imagine and were deceived.
Right, so that's it on that. So just showing you, man, how the wicked think about the righteous, and showing you certain attributes that they're going to see in the godly. Okay, where you at?
Give me.
No, go right into the end of the wicked. Oh yeah. You can go to that one. That's one that we always go to, or you can go to the one we did. We don't.
Job. Give me Job chapter 20, verse 5.
It's up to you, brother. Yeah.
Job chapter 20 and verse 5.
Job chapter 20 and verse 5.
Right, because the wicked, after all their antics, after all their attack on the righteous, after all their mayhem, they have an end, man. That ain't gonna last. Read where you at.
Job chapter 20 and verse 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short.
Yeah, the triumphing, your hoorahs, listen, we persecuted, we killed, we destroyed, I took yours. That's gonna be short. That's gonna be extremely short. You better enjoy it while you have it. And it's sad, but y'all gotta understand that this path, the path of the wicked man, isn't the route to go. Because your end is known. And you're not winning. You are not coming out on top. You may be on top right now. The scripture says your triumph is for short. It's short. Read.
And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment.
Yeah, man. Hypocrites, the joy is just for a moment. Oh, I ain't got to do all that. I ain't got to do what y'all doing. Yeah, okay. You better enjoy that now. Psalms 28 and 4. Because the Most High sees that. You think that nobody sees you right now, how you move, how you talk, how you treat, your thoughts, your actions. But you got to own up to that. You got to pay that bill. Read where you at.
Psalms 28 and verse 4. Give them according to their deeds.
Yeah, and that was David saying that about the wicked, man. Give them according to their deeds. The wicked is going to get paid for what they did. What they did to the righteous. How they tried to bamboozle, misguide, confuse. You didn't want to apply the scriptures.
You got that one?
No.
Go to Proverbs 3:22 real quick. We only got a few minutes left. Come on. Proverbs 3:22.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 22.
I actually just popped up on that one.
Yep, get that. Quick.
Come on.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
So shall they be like.
Proverbs, I'm sorry, 2:22, excuse me.
Proverbs chapter
Pardon
2
me.
verse 22.
Go ahead.
But the wicked shall be cut off
Read.
from the earth.
Read that again.
But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth.
It's over. You're going to be cut off, man. You're not going to be able to enjoy the promises, man. You're going to have to dwell in turmoil. You're going to have to dwell in torment. Like when you go into the Josephus, you're the one that's going to be pulled. Screaming and hollering. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Nah, too late. You're going to be cut off. Read.
But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth.
Uh-huh.
And the transgressors shall be rooted out of it.
Come on, I didn't write it, man. You gotta own up to the deeds and the actions that you did.
Good, no, good.
Go back to that Psalms 28 to finish that. Psalms 28 and 4. Psalms chapter 28 and verse 4. I need y'all to get that quick.
Psalms 28 verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Give them according to their deeds,
Right?
and according to the wickedness of their endeavors.
Come on.
Give them after the work of their hands.
Come on. It wasn't my hands. It was your own work of your hands. Rendered to every man according to his deed, according to his work. Read.
Render to them their dessert.
Yeah, that's what you wanted. Render to them your dessert. That's the plate that you made for yourself. You sliced the pie. You put the whipped cream on top, warmed it up in the microwave it for sweet potato, whatever your tasty is, and eat it. You got to enjoy that. That's why this is a serious thing. You don't want to have the mind state of the wicked because you don't want to get treated. You don't want to have this this ending that they have coming for them. You don't want to have this destruction, this little butt whooping. Isaiah 3:11.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 11. Woe unto the wicked.
Yeah, destruction unto the wicked because it's coming. That's why you should always double step and think about, dang, am I out of line right now? Is my thoughts off? Am I acting like the wicked? Because destruction is coming. Read.
Woe unto the wicked. It shall be ill with it.
Come on, it's gonna be ill. You're gonna be sick. You're gonna be sitting here looking sick. When your spirit go to see the Father, you standing in line and your name and number is called, and they flash back your wicked life.
Damn.
Those wicked things that you were saying to the prophets. Those wicked thoughts that you imagine against the silent ones, the poor ones, those that be silent in the land. You always having this contemptful conversations all the time. He gonna roll that back in your mind, Rolodex. And what he gonna do? He gonna push that button. Wicked. He gonna push that button of, listen, you was just highly disrespectful. Why that, sir? Huh? Read.
For the reward of his gain shall be given him.
Come on, and the sad part about it, most wicked, they don't even care. I'll just go to hell.
Yep.
What they say, what's the saying? I'd rather go to hell than live
I'd
it.
rather serve, rule in hell than serve in heaven.
Think about that. How off does your mind have to be? I'd rather live in hell than serve in heaven. Than do right, is basically what they're saying. You're going to have that reward. You're going to get them little legs pulled off. Those dreams. You're going to go to that place where you had Lazarus. You had the other man. Put water on my tongue. Oh, come on. It says that he's going to have his reward. Read that again.
Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him.
Right.
For the reward of his hands shall be given him.
Come on, man. It's going to be given to you. 2 Ezra 9 and verse 10. Just got to get that little... Because this is real. They think they're going to suffer now. You're going to suffer by a bullet to get out. That's why a lot of these wicked men, these wicked individuals that do the things they do, they commit suicide. They eat the pills. Like, that's going to be it. You really think that's it? That's your payment? No. There's more coming for you. You can't hide. You can't die and think that's it. Read where you at.
2 Ezra 9 and 10.
Uh-huh.
For such has in their life have received benefits
Come on.
and have not known me.
Actually, jump down to verse 11.
And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty,
Yeah, you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to get your life straightened up. Read.
and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them,
Come on.
understood not,
Yeah, you didn't understand because you didn't want to understand. Read.
but despised it.
You did what?
Despised
The wicked did what?
it. Despised
Yeah,
it.
you despise all the nurture of the Most High. Read.
The same must know it after death
Oh,
by man.
read that again.
The same must know it after death by man.
Yeah, you can kill yourself if you want to, because the Most High got something waiting for you. You gonna wake up. You gonna wake up in the 5th, like, oh hell no, like, yeah. They really think it's a game. It's not a game. That's why Jeffrey Epstein, kill yourself if you want to. All these other, listen, these slave owners, wicked doers, you can, whatever, man.
They don't understand, man. Like a lot of these kids be coming back, Esau babies, and they be getting ate up by dogs.
Yeah, man.
Like you heard of the old lady that got ate up by dogs?
Dang.
It's like, what did you do to get eaten up by your own dogs, man?
Yeah.
Like, you know, kids being ate up by animals or being kidnapped.
Oh yeah,
Like, what did you do that those spirits of vengeance is against you?
yeah.
But that's what's coming.
Because it was that's it's sad, but you know that is the end of the wicked, man. You know that lifestyle, that mentality, that path is darkness, and it's a set path though. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about if it's gonna happen, but that's what we don't want to go into. That's what we don't want to be. We don't want that. I know you don't want that for yourself, for your kids. How to identify a wicked man?
There you go.
This is what it is. Is it in us? We can't have it, man. You know, so with that,
Brothers and sisters, y'all know the deal. Thursday, we will be back here live. We'll be back here live. And if y'all want to get with us, we live. Brothers and sisters, we appreciate y'all love. Appreciate everything. Please remember, for the ones that don't know,
you delete that.
that on our other channel, what is it?
I don't know. It's weird. Delete that.
What? I gotta always had the most amazing day.
He just ran it. This is troll.
Anif.
Okay. Anyway, so we will see y'all Thursday. Everybody, let's salute them. Say shalom.
Shalom.